Welcome everyone to National Incubator Network podcast. We're live here at Expand North Star 2024, interviewing our partners and entrepreneurs. We're joined today by Dr. Mariam Ketait, Global Innovation Lead at Aerospace Xcelerated. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
We're excited to learn more about you and the work that you do.
My passion with entrepreneurs started a very long time ago. I founded my own startups in 2007, 2009. Of course, I had to pivot. During COVID, I also hosted a group of women and accelerated their digital transformation because they were unable to sell products online and to sort of get the digital literacy that they needed, to charge, whether it is financial literacy or also just, using simple tools that can help their lives get better, such as Shopify or other.
Yeah.
So my passion moved from having my own startups to being part of an incubator system and actually working with women from all around the world excited me in, just creating bridges because I think trade transcends geopolitical divide, and ensures that there's dialogue and equality. And so then I got invited to join Aerospace Xcelerated, which is the ventures arm of Boeing in aerospace. And the aim is to increase women representation in aerospace, given that the numbers all around the world have very, very low representation. So only 6% of women are represented in aerospace and in leadership. And so our job was to invite more women founders. And we tried to do that through, being more flexible, having, online solutions, virtual programs, ensuring that they get funded from the beginning, getting POCs. And now the last cohort, we had 50% women representation.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not common that you hear women in aerospace, and even women in tech. And so it's a lot of work that needs to be done to encourage more representation.
Yeah, and aerospace in general, it's believed to be male-dominated field.
Yes.
So I think it is breaking a lot of stereotypes and encouraging women and to be there. So it's some amazing and exciting work that you're doing.
Yeah. For me, it's like every time I meet a woman founder who actually took that step, I think we need to tell her story. And actually, we started something called Pick Up Your Wings and Fly, which is a social media campaign for women in aerospace. She could be a pilot, she could be, even doing the sort of marketing, or she could be the business development hat, or I come from medicine, so you don't have to fit an engineering, aeronautical engineering hat to be women in aerospace. So you just have to have the passion and the purpose. And that's what we encourage.
Yeah, I love the name of the initiative.
Yes.
And the wings, and it's related to the industry, and also it's so empowering.
It's amazing.
Knowing that you can fly and you can take your startup up in the sky.
Yes, so I also would like to invite any woman who is interested in aerospace to check it out, because you'll be inspired. When you see a woman in front of you, it's like, if you see me, you can be me. And it opens up a lot of doors.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
And you said that now the representation is 50%, and I'm sure that you've come across some challenges along the way. So I wanted to learn about them more.
The first one was the flexibility. I think what people do not emphasize enough is the importance of, for a woman, she wants to have work-life integration. Not just work-life balance, because all of us, when we are founders, it will take 120% of our time. Yeah. So how can we then manage our personal life, our health, our mental health, our families, the other values that we hold just as important while we lead those organizations. And so creating that ecosystem in terms of flexibility is important. Having a support network, mentors, other women who have done it before, and sharing their stories with them and working with them and mentoring and guiding and coaching. Those are all important tools. But I think a lot of women just need someone to believe in them, and to tell them, yes, I can see you. And that's when they shine.
When women are given the opportunity and they are met halfway, when their needs are met, I think that's when women can perform at
Yes.
their best.
They show up.
Yeah, that's very true. And I wanted to learn more about the success stories that you had with your programs and support systems.
Yes. So for us, like having 50% in the last cohort was a huge thing, because as Boeing is a huge company, and aerospace as a whole, as I mentioned, only has 6% representation in the UAE, because of the direction of the leadership, and also because our Boeing president has, in the UAE, Ketait, has a vision of having at least 30% women to represent leadership. Both those, like, when you have authority supporting you, like what's happening in the UAE, with women on boards, with with all the work of Her Highness Sheikha Fatima bint Mubarak and all the other government entities that are finding solutions to include more women, those play an important role. But then comes the other role of people who are in the grassroots making the work. So listening to your women partners, and this maybe is directed to the men, so it's their role is very important, in creating those spaces. And not only is the flexibility important, the upskilling if needed, the partnering with partners who can provide the technical support or whatever else that they need. And that's also what we do. So we kind of found our match.
So for women to be on top, they need some holistic support system around them.
Yes.
And I'm very happy that you are building and providing it for them.
Yes.
And I wanted to go back to when you said that you started a startup back in 2007, and I wanted to see how did the startup ecosystem evolve in UAE compared to those times and now.
Oh my God! In 2007, I remember I had to go to the DED, and I sat there maybe for like 5 hours. Literally, and then to find what was my trade, not the trade name, like the service, and it was so difficult. And especially, I was introducing new stuff. I was introducing holistic medicine. I come from healthcare, so I'm a family doctor, but I wanted at the time to start a holistic health center. That concept was not present, so we had to invent it at the time. And like going through that process. The last startup, the one that I did during COVID, literally it was one click, 7 minutes with Abu Dhabi. The transformation is huge.
Yeah.
So ease of accessibility, of course, resources with so many incubators coming up. You have Ma'an. I'm also starting a new startup tomorrow with Ma'an.
That's exciting.
Yes, and it's about connecting humans to animals. So animal welfare through shelters and other, places in the UAE where you have animals, not like pet shops, but care centers with elders care centers with patients with Alzheimer's or dementia, because the latest research shows that there's a huge improvement for cognitive function and longevity when animals and humans interact, especially dogs, and like when you're involved in training them, different parts of your brain get stimulated. And so I want to increase that awareness, and that's again, like that's my social sort of contribution. I always like to continue doing something in healthcare, always.
So you are going full circle to holistic medicine and improving lives for people again.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. And the last question is, where can we find you?
Thank you. So on LinkedIn, Mariam Ketait, Aerospace Xcelerated. Again, you can find it through my LinkedIn, or you can just check out Aerospace Xcelerated. And for the pets, stay tuned, I guess.
And we love to see female leaders as yourself shining bright, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. I'm very grateful for the UAE, for the leadership, and also for everyone I met. I met strong women along my way, whether it's starting from my mother at home, and then all Her Highness Sheikha Fatima, all the women leaders that I worked with. I worked with I think every CEO I worked with was a woman, and they were all inspiring.
Yeah,
So,
they are great stories to look up to.
so we all have a role.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.